Okay, I have this speaker cabinet that my tenant was going to throw away because he said it either didn't fit into his truck or car, or whatever speakers he got didn't fit. So he was just going to throw it away. I was coming home one day and there it was, sitting outside next to the trash cans. Knowing a good deal when I see it, I told him, I asked him if I could have it, and he said, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I went ahead and ordered some speakers. They're sitting in the corner over there. I'll bring them out in a minute. But first, so this is a speaker cabinet for a car, so kind of a car thumper. And so it has these two connections for the speaker wires. So first thing I had to do was drill out a hole, which I did earlier. Should have recorded it. But basically a 1-inch hole for the 1/4-inch jack that's going to go in there. And it is right here. There it is. 1/4-inch guitar jack. In this case, it's going to be a speaker connector from the guitar amp or the bass amp amplifier, and that is going to go right in there. Boom. What a day. But first, I need to wire it up. So I'm going to attach the wire connections to the back here. Easy enough. 2 wires. Then I'm going to thread them. I'm going to thread it in here, and I have to drill a hole on this side in order to run the wiring to this side speaker. Now I was thinking, as long as I have it open and done, I'm going to make the connections for these speaker connectors back here, just in case, ever need to decide to use the cabinet for that purpose as well. Might as well make those connections. These are the speakers that I bought. Multicomp Pro, 250 watt, 8 ohm, 10-inch speakers. The speaker frequency is for a subwoofer bass cabinet. Usage, insulation. 2 hands. There we go. Everything easier with 2 hands. This is the speaker. Yeah, come on. All right. Flip it over. This will show the connections. There we go. So this makes it even easier because one set will be for the guitar amplification, bottom, and then the other connector I can use for the other connector set of wires. So easy peasy. And then this will just sit right in here. Boom. What a lay. Thump thump. Cool. Okay, here's the jack, ready to go. I'm not going to bother soldering or doing any of that. They're on there well enough. We got 2 ground leads coming out. Oh, come on. I need to strip that side still and connect one of these. I ran out of them. And then these are the 2 hots. There we go. And they'll plug right into the speaker. But at least this is ready to be mounted into the hole and thread through here. So let's do that. And then fasten it with these screws. Okay. Panel screwed in. I had to do it this way because I had to find where there was still wood that would grip and get it on there. Alrighty. The connections are made. With negative, your hot, ground, I guess, or whatever, coming in out of that jack. And then the other set goes into that little hole over here. And then the existing connections over here, there they are. I got them twisted up just to keep them separate, easier. And then I'll connect these and test out the whole thing. Oh, looks like it came off. Yeah, no problem. So I figured before I'd bolt in or screw down the speakers, I would test it. Got the amp right here. My Gallon-Kruger GK. Awesome. Plug her in and hope it works. God damn. That is some deep bass. Alright, I just have to secure it, adjust it, make sure all the cable connections are solid, and we're good to go. Here's the finished product. Here we go. 2 speakers, 8 screws each. With that deep bass, you got to have them in there secured really well because they will they move a lot of air. My Gallon-Kruger amp, mono output, 8 ohm, and then these two. I can't see. God damn it! All right, so these two are still wired up. It's stereo, so each one goes to each speaker on each side. In case I want to convert it to like, I guess, auxiliary sub. But this one is wired to both of them, and then you use the mono output from the speaker amp, and then the rest of these are for effects, stereo line out, and then you have a bunch of other ones. These are the ones I use for the pedals and effects over here. Send, and then a stereo return, and then a line out to go to other amps and foot switcher. And I can use this standalone as a practice amp with headphones, which is pretty cool. I have to get a Bluetooth adapter for that so I can tap into my headphones and be able to play it from wherever. All right, so let's plug in the bass and see what's up, see how it sounds. Volume up, output level up. Alright, right now the EQ is completely flat, so let's pump up the bass a little, turn down the treble a bit, a little more high on the low bass. Wow, what a difference, you hear that? Crazy. Oh. Haven't used the amp in a while, so. That's cool. The volume on the clean channel is all the way up. I'm only using the output to give me volume on the bass. Nice punchy bass. sounds nice. Cool. All right. Good job. JVC Engineering.